Class 12th, Subject Physics, 8th chapter Electrostatics. From this chapter, let us see the conductors and insulators. So, the conductors are the materials or the substances which allow the electricity to flow through them. This is because they contain a large number of free charge carriers, that is free electrons. In a metal, the outer, that is valence electrons, are loosely bound to the nucleus and are thus free for conduction. When an external electric field is applied, they will conduct. So, for example, metals, human and animal bodies, earth, these are some of the examples of conductors. Now, insulators are the materials or the substances which do not allow the electricity to flow through them. For example, glass, water, wood, rubber, etc. are the examples of insulator. They do not contain free electrons and hence they will not allow the electricity to flow through them. Now let us see the properties of conductors. First, in the interior of a conductor, the net electrostatic field is 0. Second, potential is constant within and on the surface of a conductor. Third, the interior of a conductor will have no charge in static position. Fourth, electric field just outside a charged conductor is perpendicular to the surface of the conductor at every point. Fifth, the surface charge density of a conductor will be different at different points. Now let us see the next point, that is free charges and bound charges. In metallic conductors, the electrons in outermost shell of the atoms are loosely bound to the nucleus and hence can easily get detached, and they will move freely inside the metal. When an external electric field is applied, they drift, that is, they move in a direction opposite to the direction of applied electric field. These charges which drift in a particular direction are called as free charges. The metals which consist of the positive ions and the electrons of the inner cells remain held in their fixed positions. They will remain in their fixed positions. These charges which do not move are called as the bound charges. In electrolytic conduction, positive and negative ions act as charge carriers, but their movements are restricted by the electrostatic force between them and the external electric field. Now let us see what is dielectrics and polarization. Dielectrics and polarization. The dielectrics are insulating materials which can be used to store electrical energy. This is because when such substances are placed in an external field, their positive and negative charges get displaced in the opposite directions and the molecules develop a net dipole moment. This is called as polarization of the material, and such materials are called as dielectrics. So dielectrics can be classified as polar dielectrics and non-polar dielectrics. So polar dielectrics and non-polar dielectrics, that will be the classification or the types of the dielectrics. Now let us see the polarization of a polar molecule in an external electric field. Polarization of a polar molecule in external electric field. So these diagrams represent the polarization of the polar molecule in an external electric field. So the molecules of a polar dielectric have tiny permanent dipole moments due to positive and negative charge. Now due to the thermal agitation in the material, in the absence of any external electric field, these dipole moments are randomly oriented. Hence, the total dipole moment of that material will be equal to 0 as they are oriented, as the dipole moments are oriented randomly. Therefore, the sum of all these dipole moments will become equal to 0. Now, when an external electric field is applied, the dipole moments of different molecules lead along with the field. It will then get aligned in a particular direction due to that external electric field, and as a result the dielectric develops a net dipole moment in the direction of external electric field. Hence the dielectric is polarized, and the extent of polarization depends on the relative values of two opposing energies. Then the dipole moment per unit volume is called as polarization P, and for linear isotropic dielectrics, vector P equal to xi E into vector E, where xi E is called as susceptibility of that medium. Now for vacuum, the susceptibility xi E is equal to 0. So in this diagram, in the first diagram, these are the dipole moments which are randomly oriented in the absence of external electric field. But when electric field is applied here, so in the presence of electric field, all these electric dipole moments are aligned properly so that we will get net electric field. Let us go for next point, that is polarization of a non-polar dielectric in an external electric field. Polarization of a non-polar dielectric in an external electric field. So these diagrams again will show the polarization of a non-polar molecules, non-polar dielectric. So in the presence of external electric field E external, the centers of the positive charges of a non-polar dielectric is pulled in the direction of E0, while the centers of negative charges are displaced in opposite direction. Therefore, two centers are separated and the molecule gets distorted. The displacement of the charges stops when the force exerted on them by the external field is balanced by the restoring force between the charges in the molecule. Each molecule becomes a tiny dipole having a dipole moment. Then the induced dipole moments of the different molecules add up, giving a net dipole moment to that dielectrics in the presence of external electric field. So again, the first diagram will show that non-polar dielectrics in the absence of external electric field. Now when electric field is applied externally, at that time all these will get polarized, all will get aligned in a proper direction, and therefore this will be regarding the polar and non-polar dielectrics behavior in presence of external electric field.